Hey guys, welcome to this video where today I'm going to be discussing a Jurassic Misconception. Now, this series of videos has come about because I get some fans reach out to me often in direct messages on Instagram and stuff, asking me questions about whether a certain fact of information about the Jurassic canon or information about behind the scenes stuff is true or not, or where did it came from and all this sort of stuff. And I figured actually it would be kind of fun to do a series of videos on my channel here, where I briefly go over each one, of these things that I find interesting, and highlight some other things that I think fans don't really talk about that I think might be interesting food for thought, and also some fun little facts and tidbits, but mainly just to clarify some things, because obviously working on the viral marketing for Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom and helping the filmmakers out with the wider film canon has given us an insight into the actual world building, and obviously there's a lot of information there and some things can get lost in the shuffle. And with things, when films get marketed and stuff in the run-up, people who work on different areas of the set or production elsewhere, say things in interviews that can change, make fans turn their head and go, hang on a second, that goes against what we already know, and all this sort of stuff. And now I will do my best to clarify when my own opinion comes into this, when we do videos, or when I make videos like this, and when I'm talking about facts and this, that and the other. But there'll be a wide variety of subjects, going from the T-Rex in Jurassic Park 3. There's things about that I want to talk about. What killed the men on the boat in Jurassic Park 3 is one. But today we're going to be talking about the dinosaurs seen in Lockwood's mansion. Not the skeletons, but the supposed stuffed dinosaurs. Whether they are stuffed dinosaurs or statues, that is what we're going to be talking about today. Now, I believe I found the origin of this, of where people got the idea that they're stuffed dinosaurs. And also I did speak to Colin and ask him about this when I had a meeting with him. Well, I mean, ages ago. We're talking about our last meeting in person that we did way before this COVID business. But when I get to that, you'll have to take my word for it. But anyway, let's get into this. So, the dinosaurs in Lockwood's mansion are statues. They're not meant to be dinosaurs that were once alive and then died and then they were stuffed or killed and stuffed or whatever. They're meant to be statues. Now, let me go to the source of this. So where people got the idea that they're actually stuffed dinosaurs comes from, I believe, the Entertainment Weekly magazine, the collector's edition, the Ultimate Guide to Jurassic Park, which came out during the build-up to Fallen Kingdom. It was a 25th anniversary booklet that covered the whole franchise history, and also had a section where they talked about Fallen Kingdom, and they were marketing Fallen Kingdom and what's to come. And there is a page where they focus in on Lockwood's mansion, and I've got a scan of it here, where it says, and we're going to read it here together, it says bone up. Now, we have to go over this carefully. It says, this isn't the Museum of Natural History, but the private collection of Benjamin Lockwood, played by James Cromwell, John Hammond's former InGen partner who has his own fascination with dinosaurs. Not only are there assembled skeletons, but Lockwood has stuffed dinosaurs as well. In quotes, J.A. chose a whole series of dinosaurs that you haven't seen in the movie before, in any of the franchises before, and put them into dioramas and gave them each a little story, Nicholson adds. Nicholson, I believe, is someone who worked on the set before teasing. I could be wrong about that. Who is Nicholson? Let me just have a quick look at that. Andy Nicholson is a production designer, so there you go. Let me close that. So it says Nicholson adds before teasing, this room is quite important in the film. Quite a lot of things happen in there. Now, the magazine here, this is where you have to look at the way the sentence is constructed. The magazine says, the one who's doing the sort of tour of the set, says there's stuffed dinosaurs, but there's nowhere in here where the filmmakers say that they're stuffed dinosaurs, because the quote begins where the guy says J.A. chose a whole series of dinosaurs that you haven't seen in the movie before in any of the franchises. Now, it's interesting that he says franchises, because that means he's talking more about dinosaur franchises in general. We've never seen a Concavenator, a Mononychus. I mean, I guess we've seen Diplodocus, we've seen Dimetrodon, so maybe he's talking about other franchises. There's a lot of dinosaurs there that didn't make it, or like Draco Rex, that's another one. But he's also talking about, obviously, about the Jurassic Park series. Now, I can see how people got stuffed dinosaurs out of this, because they went with the Entertainment Weekly's word, and you would think, well, why would they get that information wrong? Surely they were told the right information. But I would hazard a guess that that's speculation on their part of what this is. Now, we met up with Colin for a meeting about Jurassic World Dominion a while back, and I was bringing up to Colin about things fans talk about and all this sort of stuff, and one of the questions I said was, I hear fans talk since the release of Fallen Kingdom. They've been debating about the Lockwood dinosaurs that are in the glass cases. Are they stuffed dinosaurs or are they statues? Now, I remember when I visited that set, they did tell us that they were statues, so I never questioned this. But when the Entertainment Weekly article came out, everyone, or not everyone, but like a good majority of people were questioning whether they're stuffed dinosaurs, and then how do those dinosaurs fit into the canon? When were they cloned? This, that, and the other. And it was getting very confusing for some people. And I was getting confused as well, because I was like, has information changed since we've been on set? So I did talk to Colin, and I do understand that those of you watching, you have to take my word for this, because I have no proof. I thought this was an email exchange, but when I've gone back through my memory, I've remembered actually no, it was discussed in person, so it was just word of mouth. But Colin said that those dinosaurs were Lockwood's favourite, like a list of Lockwood's favourite dinosaurs that he wished to one day hopefully clone. And so he had statues made, and ones of like the Dilophosaurus and the Raptor were able to be made and look like the ones that we saw on the islands in person, because they had cloned those by the time that he was building this his museum, is one way of putting it. So that was what how Colin sees it, as far as I remember. And you've also got to think about it logically. Lockwood loves dinosaurs. His daughter, not Maisie, but his original daughter, loved dinosaurs as well. And you've got to think, if these were stuffed dinosaurs, would it fit Lockwood's character to have two baby Diplodocus stuffed? Now, they could have died of natural causes if they were stuffed, but this doesn't make much sense to me. It's like, yeah, we haven't seen any of these dinosaurs anywhere else in the franchise. You think if they were able to clone them, we would have seen a Concavenator on Site B in Jurassic Park 3 or The Lost World, or we would have heard about any of these dinosaurs before. Maybe if there was one dinosaur in there, like let's say all the stuffed dinosaurs, or all the statues, were of dinosaurs we've already seen in the franchise, but then one was in a case that we hadn't seen before, like the Dimetrodon or the Concavenator for one. We would then be like, oh, okay, so they have those as well. It would make more sense. But the fact that the majority of them, aside from the Raptor and the Dilophosaurus, are dinosaurs that we haven't seen anywhere in the established canon already, kind of leads evidence that they are statues. Another piece of evidence is that the Mononychus have feathers. Now, feathers are a trait in dinosaurs that we haven't seen outside the quills on the Velociraptor in Jurassic Park 3. So if they were cloned way back in the day, they had feathers on the Mononychus, you would think we would have seen other feathers elsewhere. It basically gets really confusing if you do take those as stuffed dinosaurs, if you try and actually work out how they fit into the wider canon. Whereas if they're just statues, they're just statues. That's it. That's where the story begins and ends. So yeah, that's as far as I know, that's the information that I have on that. It's all down to this Entertainment Weekly article snowballing the idea that they're stuffed dinosaurs, but where actually they are just statues that he's made dioramas of, you know, to basically adorn his mansion with. Anyway, guys, that is the first of the Jurassic misconceptions that I wanted to cover today. So they are statues. There you go. There's the Lockwood Mansion dinosaurs are statues. Now, next will actually be the ending of The Lost World. Was it a dream? So look out for that one coming soon, guys. Thank you.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you would like to help support more videos like this one in the future and my animated dinosaur series Dino Defenders Extreme, please click on the link to my Patreon in the description down below. If you don't want to help support, please, if you can, spread the word, because that would help me also. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video and look forward to more in the future.